This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
So Anthony Joshua has opened up about his anxiety prior to his ring walks. Now, anxiety, that can come in many different forms. Everybody suffers with it at some point. Some minor, some pretty major. Okay, anxiety can lead to all kinds of things. It can lead to depression. Some people just get nervous and shake a little bit, or some people cry. Some people just pass out. Okay, so anxiety can come in many different forms. And if anybody says that they don't get anxiety and have never ever experienced getting nervous or anything like that, then clearly something hasn't been that important to you that you needed to cross the line for something, whether that be a driving test, whether that be an appointment at the hospital, waiting for your results, whatever it may be. Everybody experiences certain things, and fighters are no different. Fighters are human beings, and I think people do actually forget that. Now, Anthony Joshua, on his ring walks, he says that's when he feels it. He says in training camp and everything like that, in the dressing room, everything's fine on the day. It's the ring walk where you have that self-doubt. And this is what Anthony Joshua had to say. It's all fun and games in the gym, but when you walk down the aisle to the ring and you think, what if I just turned my back and said, I can't do this? You've just come too far to turn back, so you have to deal with the anxiety. How do you channel that responsibility and pressure? Dedication. When you're dedicated to yourself, you can be dedicated to anything. I'm a fighter. Even when I stop fighting, I'll always have that passion. I don't really put on that faith for fighting and then another faith for outside the ring. So that is Anthony Joshua's statement. Right, so what it is that he's saying here is that it's the pressure. Now, Anthony Joshua has immense amount of pressure on him. Huge amount of pressure on him. Which is, if he loses, what's the repercussions of him losing? Which is probably why, with what happened to him at Madison Square Garden against Andy Ruiz Jr., why he took the immediate rematch. When most people are saying, don't do it, use this time to improve some of the things that you haven't had a chance to improve, because he's been put in at the deep end ever since his 15th fight when he took on Dillian White. Then straight after then, IBF World Heavyweight Champion, and then blah, 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 blah. And he's continued to be fighting all the top 10 consensus Ring Magazine ranked opponents, right? So this is what Joshua does. And again, if any fighter who says, well, I don't feel nervous, I don't get anything like that when I go to the ring, then it's probably because you don't really have any kind of concerns about your opponent. Maybe because you haven't stepped up yet to that kind of level. Everybody experiences some kind of nerves. Now, as he says there, how do you deal with it? Well, you just get on with it. You just put your left foot forward, followed by your right foot, and just keep on walking forward in that ring walk. Because you are going to have that kind of self-doubt. You're going to have that, well, everybody's eyes are on me, not just here in the arena or the stadium, but around the world. So many people are wishing for me to fail. So many people are wishing for me to win this fight. And there's going to be self-doubt. So what do? You just keep on moving forward. That's all you do. You just go, right, okay, yes, I'm nervous. Yes, there's a part of me that says, I don't want to do this. I want to go home. Because it's that, flight or retreat, or whatever it is that you call it, where there's a part of you that says, do I really need this? Why don't I just go home and have the comfortable, safe life? It's perfectly normal. So when he comes out and his ring music is playing and he's doing the walk, he may look like he's smiling and he's giving fist bumps to members of the crowd as he's walking past, the fireworks are going off, all that kind of stuff. It's all a front. And believe me when I tell you, the likes of like Wilder, he wears like a mask. He's hiding his nerves. Tyson Fury, he puts on a bit of a show. Again, that's a showman's, I'm hiding something. Now, I'm not saying that these guys are scared, not at all. They're not scared of the opponent because they're fighters. It's what they do for a job, okay? But it's a case of they will feel nerves. Everybody does. So Anthony Joshua, listen, it's very good that he opened up about it and he spoke about it, because I'm sure that there's plenty of fighters out there, especially youngsters who are coming through and they're sat there in the changing rooms, or they're about to do the ring walk and they're sat there and they're like uncontrollable shaking. So by hearing Anthony Joshua saying, listen, I go through the same kind of thing, I get nervous about a fight, would probably give them confidence to say, well, okay, this is actually normal. And it is normal. As I said before, yes, there are going to be moments when you're not nervous at all. And if you're not nervous at all, that could be when something goes badly wrong for you in the fight. which is what he said about the Andy Ruiz Jr. one the first time round. He felt no nerves. He was, if anything, too calm. And look what happened. So nerves help because it puts you on edge. It makes you alert. So anyway, that is Anthony Joshua's statement. Of course, you guys drop your thoughts below. I'm sure the Anthony Joshua haters go, oh, he's a coward, he's scared. Well, you will have moments in your life if you risked it. If you had to walk out in front of 80 or 90,000 people at Wembley Stadium or Cardiff Arena, or walking down the aisle at Madison Square Garden, or down at Saudi Arabia or the O2 Arena in front of thousands within the arena, or millions watching on TV, you're going to feel nervous too. Don't matter who you are. Anyway, drop your thoughts below about it. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.